And then even when I seen Sam Houston State on the schedule, I told my guy, I said, man, out of all the schools, I want to do this one. And he said, why? I said, my mama's buried down the street and I never visit her grave. And he goes, you know what? I think God's going to make that happen for you. Let's just stay prayerful and let's see what happens. And here we are a month later, it's happening. So tomorrow's going to be interesting, to say the least. But the more successful I got, I made more excuses never to visit the grave because I said, that's not my mama there. When she died, that was just her body. The spirit left her. So why would I invest in something that's pointless? Man, I never wanted to rehash that. When a person loses a parent, a part of them dies as well. I always thought my mom was invincible. I didn't even think she could die, really, because my mom did some crazy things. I remember as a kid at the house, men would come knock on the doors with a shotgun and says, where's your mama? I'm gonna shoot her between the eyeballs. So that was a big fear for me, that somebody hurting my mama. So actually, when she got sentenced to prison for the murder, I was kind of excited because I didn't have to worry about where she was. Because I didn't have to worry about a man coming to the house or reading a paper or watching the news that my mom was murdered. But on the flip side, she ended up going to prison and she was killed there. She had bruises on her face. She had scratches on her face. Her hair was pulled out. Her eyes couldn't even close. One was cocked open. She looked deformed. She looked mutated. And you're talking about a woman that had the same skin color as me. You're talking about a lady that probably weighed 140 to 160 pounds. When she died, she weighed 280. The mortician is telling me, like, how long has she been sick? He says, I've been doing this for 20 years and I never had a body this bad. I couldn't drain the fluid off her body because it seeped into her bones. You understand, when I was 24, this man is telling me this and I'm not even comprehending this. And I said, well, let me see her. Let me see the body. So he takes me into a room. I look at the body and I walk out and say, hey, we good. That's not my mama. He go, yeah, that's Karen Okonkwo. I said, but I understand the name. Y'all must have made a mistake. He says, look at her tag. I'm like, what do you mean? Everybody says it's a toe tag. It's not a toe tag, it's an ear tag. They had a tag of her name and her prison number on her ear with her last name and this TDC number tagged like a piece of cattle to her ear. And I went in there and I was like, man, this is not my mama. And I'm looking at her and I'm rubbing on her, trying to see my mama. I couldn't recognize her because she was so mangled. And then the only thing that I knew that I could tell who she was, I went to her hand. When she was a kid, she had a burn on her hand. She got burned with the iron. And she also had a port in her hand where the vein was. You see the veins in my hand? My mama had good veins in her hand, so she used to shoot up crack cocaine in this vein in her hand. I seen the scar, and I seen it, and I knew it was her. I damn near fainted. It was like an out-of-body experience. I was like, damn, the woman that gave me life is dead. So I walked out, and a couple of my aunts went with me, and I kind of broke down and I cried for the first time because I was like, mama's not here. And the crazy part about this is I had to go bury my mama by myself. I went to go pick up my brother. He was nowhere to be found. And I was so hurt, and I showed my brother the pictures and it rocked him to the core. And that day I became a grown man because it wasn't no going back to mama. It was just real. Life got real. Things happen to you, things happen around you, but the most important thing, something has to happen in you. And I'm trying to inspire the next generation through my Tiki factor to make a total commitment to your life, live from your imagination and not your history, kindred spirits, the people around you affect you, and invest in yourself. Those are my principles. That's what I share in life. That's what I live by. That's what I close my speaking engagements with, to let these people know what's possible. And sometimes you lose people, like I lost my mom. But also in the process of losing my mom 20 years ago, the blessing is I just gained my dad. That's my dad right there, Frank. He's been with me a few months. You know, he said that he wanted to come back to Odessa, and he's 69 years old, and he said he wanted to spend his last days with me and my daughter. And I thought that was an honorable thing. And you know, we go back and forth all the time because it's hard to make up for 40 years in a few months. And it's a lot of unsaid things, but I love him. He loves me. We're both stubborn, a lot of similarities, but all is well. God gave us an opportunity to make amends, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. So regardless of anything that happens to you in your life, the best thing is to keep on going, make no excuses, forgive quickly, and continue to work. I feel like we're getting close to Huntsville, Texas now. I say what we do, go to the university, meet everybody, shake hands, and then we circle back to the graveyard.
This where your speech gonna be?
Yes, sir. It's kind of what that graveyard kind of looks like in these trees and low like that, like willows, and you got that soft dirt. So imagine a boy coming from Odessa, West Texas, and coming here and seeing trees and dirt for the first time. And just imagine when you die, you never know where your body's gonna end up, you know. I bet mama never thought she would end up buried 10 hours away from her hometown. So this thing called life is unpredictable when you find your final resting place. But hopefully that's just where your body is and your spirit goes to heaven.
You look like you can still play. Huh?
30 seconds.
Yes. I can't. I can go with that. Good.
Yeah, just let us know where we're gonna do it at.
Clayton Barnes. We get
How you doing,
same
sir?
last name. He's
Okay, nice to meet
He's
you.
not the head coach, but he's the man in charge. He's
Okay.
the director of football operations.
Okay, all right, okay. So, how far are y'all from the prison?
Right there. Right over there. You can see it in that corner. That's it.
That's
See the
Huntsville.
roof, the white roof?
Right.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
that's the real deal. That's
Yeah, that's Huntsville. Yeah.
That's row, yeah.
Yeah. I got a surprise for you guys
Oh,
today.
boy. Yeah.
I just want to see that there's Huntsville. Y'all can see it back there in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have no idea what this one means to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get ready. Just
It's
get
close
ready.
to home, right?
Oh, just
Yeah.
get ready on this one.
Yeah.
Hey, question. Like when a person dies here in prison, where's the graveyard at?
It's across. It's near the college.
Okay, what street is that? You know?
I think it's off of Sycamore.
Sycamore. And what's the funeral home that y'all when the bodies die in here unclaimed? That
I have no idea.
you ain't been here that long?
No, I don't know the funeral home that they get.
Somebody in there would know?
Possibly.
Okay, cool.
You can let her know
Okay.
what you're needing.
Okay, how you doing, man?
I'm doing.
Tiki Davis, I'm sorry.
I'm Donna Crowley.
Okay, well, my mom passed away in the system 20 years ago, and I'm here speaking at the college tonight, and I just want to go visit the grave. And I was just trying to figure out what was the name of that funeral home, or how can I locate the grave, or...
Even know.
Ooh. I don't know.
I want to find the cemetery and see if I can find the grave too, but it's been 20 years ago when Mama died.
Okay, you'll come to that stop sign and you turn left. That's the inmate graveyard.
Okay.
You'll see the headstones.
Mhm.
So you have the baseball stadium on your right, and you're going to turn left on that street.
All right, cool. That's fair, man. I thank you, Tom. Appreciate you.
Anytime.
All right. I feel like I'm on the forensic files or something, man. But I don't know if this one's it. Exactly. Okay, they do actually have names on it. So these are all in 03. So we're in good connection. We got to go down to 2001s. I don't know. It looked like they're in alphabetical order, but no, I guess how they died. Ah, shit. I don't know. You know, you see a lot of people going wild goose chase looking for their parents that they never had. Like I said, my dad showed up in my life again after 40 years, 3-4 months ago. And today, me and him together is searching for your mother's grave. So imagine having both your parents together for the first time in your life, and one's in the ground and you searching for her grave like a missing person because you haven't been back 20 years since you buried her by yourself. Because I remember burying my mom. I remember the inmates here at the prison made the casket. It was made out of wood and carpet. And the prison, they knew that that casket wouldn't hold up the test of time, and it was a good casket, but they put her in this black Tupperware before they lowered her in the ground. So they put the casket in top of a Tupperware, and then they put a top on the top, then buried her. It's crazy. The prison was helpful. They directed us over here, but still no luck. But I'm still gonna try until I find a grave. You know, I'm not gonna give up. That's what I stand on, Tiki factor, never give up. Mama didn't raise no quitter. She didn't birth no quitter. So I'm gonna find her grave before I leave Huntsville, Texas. Shit. I don't even know, man. All right, we getting close. We getting close, we getting close. Oh, shit. When I seen it, I thought Louise, I thought that was it, man. Yeah, them are 14. Oh, well, Mom, I'm trying. Yeah. Well, shit. I can sweat a little bit. I can sweat a little bit for Mama. Today was a very successful day, even though I didn't get to find my mom's grave. It might have been one of the ones that's been there for 20 years or 30 years or 100 years that the water have washed away the name. And honestly, I can't take credit for being here today because there's a great university of Sam Houston brought me in to speak, and it gave me a chance to come back to the grave.
That's a grave right here, huh?
Yeah. Found it.
How
I
you
had-
find it?
I had a feeling it was gonna go down like that.
Yeah, how you find it?
I knew we was in the area.
That's it right there in good condition.
Man, Mama.
Karen,
12/31. That's when they call us. I said on New Year's Day. Remember when I tell that story, December the 31st? Like on Christmas when I share that, see? Now. Don't take a picture by it, Coach. Wow.
it was me. I told you she was out here. She sealed. I felt her. And then she was right here on the top of it. Right there from the car.
Found my mama's grave after 20 plus years. You see it. And here's a picture of me and my dad and my mother together for the first time in 40 years. Wow. Anytime I get an opportunity to speak, I consider it a blessing to stand before you guys because I want to sit in the seats that you're sitting in, and I didn't get that opportunity at this level. But right now, as you moving up in the college football ranks, this university was under the microscope because you had to prove yourself. But once you won that national championship, you're in the spotlight now. The spotlight sees you different. So as you move up, I understand that because I lived my whole entire life under a microscope. Now it's in the spotlight, so I have a responsibility to the way I move. December the 31st, I received that call from that warden at the prison. She goes, Tiki, I said, yes, ma'am. She says, I just want to let you know that Karen has expired. I said, yes, ma'am. I understand what you're saying. Mama's getting out at 6 times. She told me her time is expiring. She said, you're going to be calling. I was expecting you to call. She said, son, you don't understand what you want to do about burial arrangements. So at 24, I had to bury my mama in a Huntsville graveyard. Today's my first day ever coming back. My mama's buried down the street, dog. When I came here early today, I spent my whole day at the graveyard. First time in 20 years, I'm crying at my mama's grave. Y'all don't understand. Y'all helping me live a dream, connect the dots, the final chapter of this book. This is how the movie's gonna end with y'all today. I'm the Tiki Factor. That's my time. I appreciate you.
See, my heart is strong just like his, and I joke with him, but I'm a very serious person within myself, and ain't nobody better than that. And when I seen him speak, I didn't have the schooling he had, but I had the gift God gave me, the wisdom. He gave me the wisdom to know what I can do and what I can't do. And I didn't go to school like my boy, but I've been known all over the world. I've been a great artist. You see them drawings and stuff on the walls, I do stuff like that in New Mexico. But I've been out of my boy's life ever since he was maybe about 8 or 9 years old. I've been out of his life. And in my own life, because I've been to prison all my life and done a lot of unmeaningful things. I know my son, he's everything to me. And God gave me the life to see this day for him. His mother didn't make it, but I did. Even though I didn't have no education, I'm well known over the world. But the only thing that hurts me, I'm not well known by my boy. And he gave my heart back to me even when I die tomorrow. He gave my heart back to me. And if he forgive me and tell me and people in front of the world he forgive me, that's more than I can do myself. He's strong. I hope he do well. And I'm glad he forgave me, because I couldn't forgive myself and still can't. I'll be 72 years old. 70 years old in 2 more years if I make it there. But it's one thing, if I don't make it there, I'll be in peace knowing what I seen on boy's life. That's what makes me.
My mama. Well, mama, I know I ain't been here in 20 years, but it was an opportunity for me to come back today. I'm glad I finally found the grave. Done some great things in my life. And I know you've been with me in my heart. You know, it's hard for me to do this. You know, I never really opened up to anybody. I shared our story today with some college kids. You know, I didn't know how it was gonna affect me. coming here again. I love you. I just wish we had more time. I didn't know how it was gonna affect me. But trying to be a good man, Mama. Trying to do things right. It's hard. Just trying to make it, trying to make a difference, trying to make my name good, trying to keep our legacy alive. The old man's back. He said he loves you all the time. We go back at it every day. But I love you. Glad I can come and spend a little time with you. And I don't know the next time I'm coming back, Mama. But I love you. Do the best I can to represent you, represent my dad, represent my daughter, and represent what I'm trying to build in this world, and help some other young man that may have lost his mother early, some young girl that may have lost her mother early, and try to be a better human being daily. God don't make no mistakes. I love you. And I just got done working, and my team wanted to come back tomorrow, but I said, no, I want to come and spend a little time with you tonight, because I don't know if I had the heart to come back again, because I can't take you with me. I love you. Good night.
What I can say, son.
Come over, Frank.
Hey, baby, I still love you and I always will, but it's something I want you to do for me, to ask God to do for me. The situation of life, got back with my baby boy, and we don't see eye to eye sometimes, but I love him in my heart just like I love you. I ask you to talk to God for me, to put in his heart and soul, to forgive the things that we both don't understand. Because we all, three of us, had the same likeness of life. And if there's any kind of way that I communicate with my boy, and they'll do us part, and he might, I might be gone and be wrestling with you one day, and we'll come together as one in heaven. I know you went to heaven because I seen the glory within you. And the pictures that he showed me, I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't even had a chance to say goodbye if I didn't have my baby boy with me. And his love for both of us, even though we had our own ways and time, his love for me and you was overbearing. And he went through this world like a soldier and measured up to be 101, more than me and you can ever imagine. But then the glory I see in him, make me let him see my heart and he know I love him. Just like I love you, cause at the beginning of time, you kept a promise to me. And I never defied that promise, even though I wasn't there. My heart was always there.
It's all right, man.
And it's 101. If we can make him make things matter to me and him. And when I die, I'll be at peace with myself. We all be together as one. I love you. And the day I die, go to heaven, I know what I'll say to you. I love you, baby. Thank you.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Love you. All right, man. Let's get out of here. That's a wrap, dog.